Hi everyone, it's Tammy and it's time for Christmas in July here at Creative Girl Vintage. We're going to kick it off with this sweet little angel ornament. So I hope you'll stick around for some crafting time together and I'm going to show you how to make them. I pulled out the supplies for our angels, and what we're going to be using today is these cute little spun cotton heads. These are, the size here is 18 millimeter. The little wings are in a size small, and we're going to be using this, oh, it's a kind of a stretchy little metal trim. We're going to be using that for the halo. I got all of these pieces at Smile Mercantile Craft Company. I'm not affiliated with that company in any way. I'm just a crafter that likes to use their things. And I have listed that website below for you, as well as all of the things that I'm going to be using today. Okay, so these little heads, they're just really cute. They have a variety of different faces, of different sizes, and even ones without any faces if you want to do your own face. Okay, so I really love all the sweet things that they offer over there. And the rest of the things we're going to be using, you guys probably already have, because we're going to be using crepe paper, wire, some pipe cleaners. And so first of all, the first thing we're going to do is just grab your little head, okay? I'm going to just put this on my awl here. I went ahead and painted some gold metallic hair on her, as you can see, and let it dry just so we can kind of get to work a little bit quicker here. But you can use any color you like, any hairdo you like. Just do whatever makes you happy. And then I've got a little bit of blush here. I like to keep this in my craft room, and I'm just going to put a little bit of blush on her cheeks, just kind of getting our little girl ready to go here. So once your paint dries, you're good to go. Okay, and then let's grab a little bit of wire. This is a 20 millimeter wire. I'm going to cut off a chunk here. It's probably about 1.5 inches. And let's use the awl again and bend it over the awl like so, because we're making a little loop for the top of her head for a little hanger. Okay, so it's got a little plier here. I'm just going to kind of squish that together a little bit. And this is kind of long, so at this point you can just trim off. There we go. Just trim off the excess and make this a tiny, oops, where'd it go? Sorry guys, now it's all tangled up over there. So we got, here we go, I'm back. Okay, tiny little loop. All right, using the awl once again, let's go right here in the middle of her head and just make ourselves like a little hole just to get started. I'm going to take a dot of my hot glue, put it right in that hole, and take our little hanger and pop it down in there. I'm going to give it a little bit of a push just so it's in there. Good. And notice how, okay, her face is this way. On the side, I've got the little loop facing this way. And the reason I do that is when you string the ribbon through, it'll just hang prettier on your tree. Okay, so she looks good, and she's just ready to go. So, and also there's a hole in the bottom here, so that's going to work out great for us. Next, let's grab some pipe cleaners. And I'm using the pipe cleaners that actually clean pipes. And I like these. They just have a real natural feel to them. These are 6 inches long. If you're wanting to use just your regular pipe cleaners you have, that works great too. They're usually 12 inches. Just cut them in half. And I'm folding this in half like so. Maybe doing a little squish right there on top. And at this point, if you want to, you can bend a little foot. Okay, those are going to be her little feet right there at the bottom. Now take your head, let's pop it on here. And I'm kind of just doing this for a visual for starting out. Okay, so let's just lay her there and move on to our crepe paper. Now these are the little crepe paper, I call them like the little fan. They're kind of like a little crepe paper fan, okay? And now let's make one real quick. You know, we've made those crepe paper medallions, you know, that go in a complete circle. And, you know, sometimes they can be a little challenging. I'm not going to lie. They can be a little tough to hold together. But this here, the little fans, I think they're very effective for things. And they work in a lot of projects. And I know those of you that have hung out with me for a while know that I do this a lot. So basically what I'm doing here is folding this in like a pleat, and this little bottom part right here, I'm matching it up right there and catching it under my thumb. It's important to just kind of stack those little pleats right on top of each other, right there. I think for this skirt, I did maybe like 15, 18 pleats, but that's kind of up to you. You can kind of decide how full you want your skirt to be. Okay, see there, that's like looking pretty good. So let's trim this off. And if you trim it off jagged, don't worry about it, because we'll just go back and fix it. Okay, and I like the gold crepe paper because you can kind of squish it between your fingers and it sort of stays in place a little bit better. Grab a stapler and let's stick this right under here and give it a staple. And if you don't catch it all the first time around, give yourself a second staple. See, I didn't catch it the first time around on that one, but that's okay. I got a second staple there. And this excess here, not loving that, so we'll just do a little trim there. And we made a cute little fan dress. All right, so I've got a couple made here. And the next thing I'm going to do, and this is optional, but I thought it was really cute. This is a scrap of tulle, and this is the tulle that comes on the bolt at the fabric store. See, it's got the big wider holes there. I think the other tulle, like the wedding tulle that we use a lot, that little fine tulle, it would work just as good. And I'm just kind of gathering up the end of this. I'm going to put a little bit of glue, like kind of halfway down her body, and I'm going to lay this on here, and I'm going to give myself just a moment for that glue to be touchable, because it will be. All right, and just squish that down. Squish that right on there. And if you want to, you know, just trim this out to be whatever you want it to be, how far you want it sticking out. Okay, now here are our little fans, and see, these are going to go right on here for her dress. And this one, even this, the gold has like a right side and back side. The other crepe papers don't, you know, they're like the same on each side, but I'm going to put like the right side facing this way, because when it's showing, peeking out of the back here, you're not going to get like a wrong side. And stick around with me to the end, because I've got, I made a bunch of these and kind of like little different variations to show you some different ways you can do it. Okay, so that's going to be that, but we need like a little collar to just cover up the staples and finish off her dress. All right, so let's just get that ready too. I've got my 1.5 inch scallop circle punch. I'm going to cut myself out a little scallop circle there, and I'm going to use my paper punch here to give myself a hole like right in the center, just kind of eyeballing that. Doesn't come out too bad. Let's give that a fold. Okay, so once again, I'm just kind of using that for the head for a visual. We're not going to glue it on yet, but there's her little collar, right? And then this is going to slip under here and just cover everything up. But let's give her some arms before we go to the final gluing it all together thing, okay? I'm going to grab another one of these pipe cleaners, and I'm not going to cut it right now. I'm just going to leave it all long and adjust it out later. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom of my hole, like just like that. And I'm going to lay this right there. Okay, we'll just give it a sec and let it dry. And I can kind of pull these down just a little bit. All right, so you see her little arms are going to be poking out. Okay, so here we go. I'm looking at it face forward here. I know her, okay, the way her feet are facing, we're going forward. And I'm going to glue on her dress. And I'm going to keep this pretty close to the top. I want enough room that the head will glue down, but I also just kind of want it all to be close together, if that makes any sense. So when the head comes on and the collar goes on, you know, there's not a lot of neck showing. Okay, all right, let's flip this over and grab another, this is a pretty one, grab another little crepe paper fan, and right here on the back, let's put another one on. All right, and all those staples or anything you don't want showing, well, that collar is going to cover all that right up. And see how cute that little tool is poking out from under her dress. All right, let's take our collar and let's put it in place like so. I'm going to kind of get my arms where I want them first a little bit. Do a little adjustment right there so they're facing forward. Okay, and I've got a little bit of neck sticking out, so our head's going to go on. Okay, now let me just gently open this up since everything's in place. Put a little hot glue right there. Flip it over. Do the same thing back here so our collar isn't going anywhere. Okay, I'm just kind of smushing pipe cleaner in a little bit right there too. Okay, we're going to put her head on. Aren't these easy, you guys? And how adorable this little angel is for your Christmas tree or package topper or just darling little gift. Okay, she's looking good, but we have some finishing touches. So let's look at what we want to do with her arms here. Usually when I start out, I keep them a little bit longer probably than I need them because it's better than them being shorter because you can't go back. Okay. And on my blog, a freebie for you guys, I just scanned a little piece of sheet music. It's a Hark the Herald Angels Sing. I printed it out on a little cardstock, and so it's on there. Just right click it and take it. And it's nothing fancy, but it's just cute for this angel. I'm going to use a little bit of Distress ink in Vintage Photo and go around the edges just to give it a little bit more finished look. Okay. And this book is going to be right here in her hand. So we're kind of going to do an adjustment for the book to fit. First, let's do a couple little decorations right here on her collar and get them out of the way so we don't have to work around that book. This is a piece of tree tinsel. You know, you guys, we got this last year at Target. And it just makes a cute little embellishment. And I kind of like that to go between her head and this collar right here. Have a little gold color, looks cute. And then in the sample one, I thought this just turned out so sweet. I just grabbed a pearl. Let me see. Here we go. Just grab a little pearl. Okay, there we go. This one will work. And let's put that right there. A little piece of jewelry for our angel. And all right, so let's adjust her out here for her book. I'm going to kind of lay the book in there. I think we can make her arms a little bit smaller. And you could bend these in too to look like a little hand, of course, like we did the feet. Grab her book. And, you know, with this little book here, if you're unable to download something, just remember you can use, you could just really use anything for her little book. you know, a book page, a piece of sheet, you know, a little piece of sheet music, or, you know, you could even take just a piece of paper, maybe rubber stamp something cute on it too, just so she looks like she's holding her little songbook. Okay, so let me get her hand on there. I didn't really get that on there as well as I wanted to, but there we go. That looks good. Okay, and the nice thing about being on the pipe cleaner like this, you know, you could adjust her neck down like she's, you know, she's singing, or, you know, pull it back a little bit. You know, you have that option there to do that. All right. How about, let's see. Oh, we got some wings there. Here's that wiry trim I was talking about. You can see how it's all springy. Well, I'm going to cut a piece of that, and I'm going to say that I'm cutting maybe 2 inches of this, and this is going to be her halo. And so I'm going to turn her over, and on the back of her head I'm going to do a little dot of hot glue, and I'm going to lay the end of that wire right in there like so. I love how this turns out. This turns out really cute. Now the goal is to go around and meet the other side, so this stretches out so it increases the size and it gets all springy and cute. So let me see if I'm able to meet. All right, let me stretch out just a little more. I'm going to take and put some glue right where that other one started and meet these up right there. Okay, and how cute. Her little halo just kind of bobs around like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, and all right, how about a piece of gold wire here, or excuse me, gold ribbon, and we're going to slip that right through here. I think we're going to do it this way, maybe, since we have a pretty good size hanger there. You know, you can adjust that as small as you want it or as big as you want it. And we're going to push this through, and I'm not going to get crazy. I don't want to rip that right out of her head, but there's her little hanger. Okay, and then we've got these precious little gold wings, which you can see. Oh my gosh, how sweet is that? Glue on the back, wings on, these little embossed foil wings. One side's a little bit more embossed than the other, so I wanted to make sure I got the right side on there. Okay, and then let me grab the glitter, and we're going to finish this up, and I'm going to show you some other little angels I made that really turned out cute. Finishing up with a bit of glitter, I'm just going to be using Mod Podge, and I found this glitter at Michael's, and it was in like the kids crafting section. But what I liked about it was like a real coarse glitter, and I'm just going to dip her little feet in there. And most of my authentic vintage pieces for Christmas, the glitter they always used was a really coarse glitter, and so I thought it would be really cute to put on our angels. So, did you guys like this project? I thought they're just the cutest little things ever. And let me show you real quick. Push this out of the way. Let me show you a couple little variations that I did. Okay, like this little girl right here. I used the pink crepe paper, and I used the foil cardstock paper for her collar. I found that at Michael's, and here's the gold, if you can see that. And they had it in the gold, green, red, pink. So I thought that turned out really cute. This little girl here, she has the pink head and the pink wings, and I used some of my gold stickles around there to put some little glitter dots on her collar. This one here is the blue crepe paper, and instead of putting the book, I put Aubrey's name on there, my little granddaughter, for a little gift for Aubrey. And so that's a really cute little gift to give at Christmas time too, when they're personalized like that with the dates. And oh, this one here, I forgot to paint her hair on, so I apologize for that. But you know, she's in the traditional reds and greens, holding a little bottle brush tree. She's cute. And then this is probably my favorite one I wanted to share with you guys, since it's Christmas in July. How about a little July angel? And she's with the red, white, and blue crepe paper. And like I said, I've listed everything below in the description box of all the supplies I use, so you can find that there as well. But she turned out super cute, and you can just hang her up anywhere. And I just wanted to mention these striped pipe cleaners here. They are available at Smile Mercantile as well. So I hope you enjoyed the Christmas in July angels today. I'll be back with more Christmas goodness. Until then, happy crafting and have a fantastic day.